This is the Action Movie Guys podcast, bringing you action movie reviews from across the decades, plus box office numbers and insight like never before. And now, your hosts of the Action Movie Guys podcast, Alex and Nate.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of the Action Movie Guys podcast. This is episode 261. You Only Live Twice from 1967. Technically, this is the final Sean Connery, but he comes back for one more movie, which we're going to tackle most likely next week. But other than that, I'm your host, Alex Figueroa. My co-host is
Nate from Netflix Reviews.
All right, Nate. I know we always start off with the theme, but did you ever heard of this one besides any other movies?
No. I didn't even know. Nope. I didn't. You mean like the movie or the?
Yeah, the movie. Like
I
You
didn't.
Only Live Twice.
If you told me, hey, have you ever heard of the movie You Only Live Twice? I would have told you, A, no, I've never heard of it. And B, I would say that sounds like a James Bond movie. But I would never actually, if you asked me the Connery ones, the only ones I knew by name were Dr. No, Goldfinger, maybe Thunderball, From Russia with Love. These last two, Diamonds Are Forever, this is the only one I've never heard of, honestly.
All right,
So,
well,
didn't even know.
let's get right into it with the intro. You Only Live Twice is a theme, but I do not remember the name of the lady.
Nancy Sinatra.
Nancy
Sinatra, who of course sings that song at the beginning of Kill Bill.
Okay.
That song that's really good. She also sang These Boots Are Made for Walking or something like that. I think she sings that.
I like that song.
Yeah. So she's an old famous. I love her voice. The song's okay. It's okay. The song is okay. It's not like the most. It's not as good as Tom Jones. I'll tell you that much. But it's decent. It's a decent song. But the opening credits, I mean, there's like, you could clearly tell they're Asian ladies. You know, like naked Asian ladies. Or maybe they're not, but they're supposed to be. I don't know. You know what? It's just not memorable. This is one of the least memorable opening credits. I would give it like a 3. I don't think they're horrible because I think the song's pretty good, but it's better than The Majesty's Secret Service, but I think it's like on the lower end of the Connery movie so far.
Yeah, I agree. I'll go with the 3 also. I thought it was a good, decent. It's not memorable, but the melody is throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, the beginning with the Japanese women naked doing their silhouette stuff and
Drinking
goes right into.
tea
So I was
or
like,
whatever they're doing.
it wasn't like upbeat. Like Thunderball, I mean, it has like, and you know what? I kind of noticed the movies that are good, and you're right, that has the good singers singing it, when the music blends a little bit with the theme song of 007.
Yes.
If you look at Goldfinger, you can sing Goldfinger, but then all of a sudden it'll do a little bit of a little James Bond theme mixed
If you
in
can
the song.
tie in the music with each other, with the score, that's what's best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goldfinger does it.
Oh, yeah.
Russia with Love, I believe, did it. No, Russia with Love did do it. Thunderball did it.
Yep.
And this one did not do it. It
was
did
okay.
not do it.
It's like
I
a pretty
thought
good
she did great.
standalone song to listen to,
Yeah.
but the credits were nothing. They're just sitting there, like
was
nothing really
normal.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bland one. It reminded me of the colorful one with Gladys Knight. What was it? License to Kill?
Oh yeah.
With Gladys Knight?
Was that?
Or
License to
Living
Kill?
Daylight?
No, the
Yeah, it
Living
has one
Daylights
of
was
those
with
two.
the Living Daylights was like Aha or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That
It
one was
I
kind
think
of.
it was the
I
Gladys
liked
Knight
that one.
Yeah, you did like that one. But yeah, I think it was like the Gladys Knight one. But I thought she did good. I agree with you on that. 3 across the board. All right, let's get it. 5 times in a row, Sean Connery getting mad old. What do you think?
Okay, so this is gonna be a first. And the only thing that can be a first is a non-5, obviously, because I give him a 5 every time. You know what? I see why this was his last one watching this movie. He looked like he wanted to be anywhere else but on the set of this movie throughout the whole entire movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
Yeah.
this is more performance related, but he just seemed like, I think I'm done with this character. You know what I mean? And that's fine. He did it 4 times. Anytime you do anything 4 times, if you're an actor and you want to do a lot of different things, I get it. So I'm not mad at him, but it's definitely his weakest performance of the 5 movies as far as Bond. Now, character, we're rating the character. They do nothing with him, okay? In the beginning of the movie, he fakes his death somehow, by the way, because these guys shoot real bullets into that bed and he just lives, but he pretends like he's dead, right? So this is the first movie where he uses a different name out of all the Sean Connery movies because he's dead. So he fakes his death, but to what end? He still does like secret missions. They still figure out he's James Bond. He goes to Japan and becomes a ninja. He gets a Japanese haircut. It's horrible. Like, it's really bad. And he's just so, like, reserved in this one. Like, I can't put my finger on it, but he did not feel like the same guy that I've been watching in the other movies. So with that, I gave him a 4. I lowered it 1 point. He's still good. Well, Connery's not amazing in this, but like the character's still like, it's 80% of Bond, so I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I agree with you. I gave it a 4 too. I was watching, I said, oh man, something was off.
Yeah.
And I think what was off is, I think I know what it is. The mixing of the ninjas and the Japanese culture.
You could be
nothing
right.
wrong with it. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. It's just that style did not work with this type of movie. It did not work. And Sean Connery is not an actor that's believable when you throw him Japanese. I'm just throwing it out there because he went Japanese.
Yeah.
And he's still talking like James Bond.
He said, I'm turning
Japanese.
Japanese.
How does that work?
Turning Japanese. If that song existed during this time, they would have played it. I'm turning Japanese.
While they were putting on the Mickey?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to do that to promote this movie.
Put the music on.
Yeah, while you're talking about it.
I'm turning Japanese. Show him training. With that haircut. Oh, man. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's okay. Like, I literally thought that, to me, threw me off the movie. Because we already know him as him going to casinos, him playing with the bad guys, him raping women. Or that's what you want to call it. Him not raping. That's the wrong word. He's taking advantage. Taking advantage of situations because he's a guy in this era. And I'm sorry, dude. I told my wife, I said, there's something wrong with this when he's Japanese. And she goes, what? I said, yo, this dude looked like a Vulcan from Star Trek.
He did. But like one of the side ones, not Spock.
Yeah. He looks like Spock's dad.
Yes.
Like that. He just looked
Exactly.
so off. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. The music was not, the James Bond theme was not in this movie at all. I was trying to look for it, but it was not even there. Only in the beginning once, when he went in that stupid helicopter that they built.
Oh, the one that comes in like a freaking briefcase or
Yeah,
it's like a box, it's like a little
plane.
box, and it makes a whole helicopter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time they play the music. Other than that, it's a 4 across the board. I thought he was good, but you could tell he was done. He checked out a long time ago with this character.
Yeah.
With that said, let's get to the main villain, which is Blofeld.
Okay.
Now, remember though, before you go, you got to see Blofeld on her Secret Majesty service, so you got to see a 2 years later version of
True.
him.
So this was
Donald
first.
Pleasance. Yeah.
And I hope I'm not being blasphemous here, but I'm not impressed. But here's why. I'm going to agree with what you said last week. I think Donald Pleasance plays the role infinitely better than Telly Savalas. Way better. He has an accent. He didn't even do an accent, Telly Savalas. He just talks American. He's like not even, the guy's name is Ernst Stavros Blofeld. So, like, he doesn't even sound American, and this guy's just talking regular. So Pleasance does an accent. I love the scar, right? Looks cool. I hate that he pets that cat so much. It bothers me. They constantly cut to his 2 fingers, like petting the cat. It's weird. I love the performance, but here's why I don't love the character. Like, he's not even in it that much. Really, mostly it's his hand petting the cat, and really he doesn't even, because I remember you telling me that Donald Pleasance plays it. I know he did. He got dropped down that chimney or whatever in the Roger Moore one.
movie.
He picks him up.
Yeah.
But I've been waiting, and I'm like, okay, well, Blofeld's a big time villain. I don't think they did him that much justice in this movie. Like, he has a okay plan. Why do they always got to go to space in these movies? Like, this movie started, and I'm like, no, don't tell me we're going to space again. It starts off with a spaceship eating another spaceship that's floating up above the planet. It has to deal with him stealing these like space shuttles and pitting America against Russia and like a nuclear war.
Yeah.
You know, this whole thing. That's like a decent plot, a decent like villain plot. He does shoot. Oh no, he tries to shoot Bond, but he gets a throwing star thrown into his hand, and he drops the gun, and then he drives away in his little circle sphere, and then he blows up the island, and that's pretty much it. Like, he doesn't do a lot. At least the last Blofeld, even though it's horrible and he has like all like a body cast, at least he murdered James Bond's wife at the end of the movie. Like this one didn't really do anything major. So I give the performance a great score, but like the character to me, they could have done better. I only gave him a 3. I hope they don't come for me
I agree with you.
with pitchforks or anything.
No. I gave him a 3 also.
okay.
I didn't think he was that strong. I felt like Blofeld in this movie, I felt he was grounded. I felt like he was more, they gave him more serious, because we got to see him later down the road where he was more clowning and doing all that. And he didn't look as diabolical than what he did now in this movie. Yeah. He looked more menacing and more diabolical in this one. And you couldn't even mess with him because he was like, yeah, you could go. And then he hit the button and the thing opened and a piranha's ate her, which I was like, damn, that was kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like Donald Pleasance was right. I just think this was the wrong script for that Blofeld.
Agree.
I think he needed to be in the last movie that we watched, the one that they stole was the 2 nuclear warheads, and he had to
fight him underwater.
Ransom. Yeah, if you get rid of the whole water scene and just do the whole nuclear, stealing, I think Donald Pleasance would have knocked him more out.
If Blofeld was that guy, it would have been a better villain because he's more memorable.
Yeah, I agree. Donald Pleasance was good though. I liked him though, and I liked when he got Bond. He was like, "Bring him to me."
Yeah,
and they brought him in, and he took it off. He goes, "Who brings an oxygen tank into the ship?"
Yeah,
he's like,
and you know what? My thing was like they've built him like 5 movies. He's been like in the shadows. They call him number 1. It's great. I do like that nickname. That's number 1. But then like it was underwhelming when you finally see him. He's like, "Oh, okay." Well, there he is, I guess. And
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I liked him. I mean, I like the whole Blofeld character as a whole. And now that you've seen almost all the movies with Blofeld, right? Now you could understand why I hated him in the new modern versions. Yeah. No, but you could understand why I didn't like him, because I felt like he did play that big character, but then they made him his stepbrother.
That's the thing.
And it was just like, what?
I think Waltz played him very well. That plot element of them being stepbrothers is horrible.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen
and then they killed him in No Time to Die, which was even dumber. Yeah. It was just like, what? Like, he's still captured? Like, no one tried to escape? Like, it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, Spectre was this big organization in the modern movie, and no one tried to get this guy out of prison. So that, for me, always, like, I hated when they introduced that character, because I was just like, you should have just named him any other dude. Yeah. Because literally you just killed Blofeld on the newer modern version of the film. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they wrote it, not me. But yeah, I agree. 3 across the board. Action scenes.
Okay. All right. Well, on the plus side, no freaking underwater fights, which is automatic from the last one. I feel like I went on a rant in that review. I want to say I don't fully hate underwater action. As a matter of fact, in the future, we're going to be like a water action movie month. I don't mind water. I don't like punching underwater. Does that make sense? I don't like fist fights underwater because they don't make any sense. And that's what that movie was, a bunch of like punches and flips, and I don't like that. But like ships or whatever, that's okay. Or superpowers. All that to say, there ain't no water fights in this one, so that's a plus. There is water though, but it's full of piranhas, so that was cool. Yeah, this movie got some really goofy action scenes. Really goofy. That helicopter part you were talking about, I mean, borderline comedy. You're telling me that he said, "Bring me Lil Tina," or whatever her name was. I don't even remember. Little something.
Lilith.
Yeah,
Lilith?
Sure. Yeah. And Q brings it. Q brings it. And it's this thing, and he's like, and it turns out it's a little helicopter. I was like, okay, it looks weak. Like, you will die if you go fly. So what does he do? He goes up, he's flying it around, and like the way they filmed it was okay. Like, but then when they show him, it's a green screen. So we've already discussed this. We've already discussed the green screen. When he's flying his helicopter, and Bond's like doing these faces, and it's a green screen. Now the wide shots are pretty good of the little helicopter flying around. Okay, but then there's like a big action scene with real helicopters. It's like, no, that thing would just get a real one will come near it and blow it away just with its propeller wind or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's kind of silly. And then most of the action is ninjas. Now, we have reviewed some martial arts movies here. Some. We got more coming. Nothing in this resembles good martial arts action. Okay? And 5 of these Bond movies, he's been karate chopping people the whole time. So he already kind of did, like karate. But now he's trained as a ninja. In a couple of days, have you in a couple of days.
4 days.
4 days. He gets 4 days of ninja training. He turns Japanese. I can't make this up. He shows up and has regular hair, and in 4 days of ninja training, he's Japanese. I don't ask me how this happened, but it does. And then after that, like, I think the last scene, it's moderately fun when all the guys are coming through, like when all the ninjas show up and they're like fighting with swords, and then these guys got guns. Like, it was entertaining. But this one has not a lot of action in it, and that helicopter scene is bad, and the finale's fun, so I only could give it a 3. I don't think this is like, from watching it, this is like lower tier on a lot of the categories, which is disturbing. It's a disturbing trend we're getting here.
Yeah, I didn't like the action in this. I gave it a 2. I gave it a 2.
That's fair.
I had to get, I'm going to be honest, the green screen has been killing me, bro. And then it's not like, again, they've been utilizing the green screen really bad.
Yeah.
There was one shot where it was just his head, and he was like,
Exactly.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It was like him with the helmet, and he's just like looking all wonky, and I was like, what? I was like, nah, dude. I was like, I can't. The action is not memorable at all. Bond doesn't do that much stuff. I thought with them killing him, which I thought the opening number, I thought was the best part of the movie. I'm going to be really, it felt...
When he's with the girl? With the Asian girl? And then he goes in the bed?
He's making out with her, and then all of a sudden she tricks him and he gets shot up, which I think that was all set up. But anyway, I felt like that was really cool because I didn't see it coming. And I saw this a long time ago. I just don't remember as much. So I was like, oh shit, they killed this dude? And I was like, no, they didn't. But I thought it worked well. I said, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. But then the movie just goes downhill in terms of action. Yeah. There was no action. You think it's going to be tons of ninja fighting? There ain't none. The guy poisons his wife or his girlfriend with the string of water in her mouth. Oh, my
God. I hated that.
And he shot twice. And I was just like,
what is this? I thought it was like a hair with like some goo on it. I'm like, what is happening?
Which I thought it was, I'm not going to lie, I think it was creative. If that's the way they used to do it in the ninja ways, you poison someone, you can't tell someone was in there if you poison them with a string. And I was like, okay, cool.
I'm just saying it sounds so stupid. You got poisoned with a string of dripping water.
The only fights you get in this is the final act, Bond going into the safe, and he's fighting the big sumo guy. Oh, yeah. I thought it was mad hilarious.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yep. That's it, dude. There is nothing. Oh, and then the airplane
in the finale.
Fight scene.
Yeah, the finale.
And the finale. And I was like, this is not, I did not like it at all. I was just like, this is not memorable. Like, at all. So I gave it a 2. All right, storyline.
Well, let's keep it going, my friend. Let's keep it going because this is right up there with Dr. No as the most boring. This was the most boring Bond movie from Connery. This was more boring than Dr. No. Okay? Yeah. I think I like this one less. And Dr. No was confusing to me. But there's enough charm that it got me through better than this movie. Sean Connery's asleep most of the time. There's no great Bond girls in this. There's girls in it, but no great Bond girl. No great henchman. No, like, all of the stuff that has made these movies so far a lot of fun, like this, and even this counts towards the story, right? Because like there's like staples. There's staples, right? The Money Penny stuff. She's on a freaking submarine ship on this one, and she's dressed like a Navy commander, and I'm like, what? There's just a lot of stuff that like it didn't work for me. And then when you get to these, what is the storyline here? James Bond fakes his own death. Then he gets put on a mission using a fake name this time to infiltrate this corporate. They find out this corporation, this Japanese corporation, and they're fronting like, something. And then Blofeld is collecting these rockets from space to make America and Russia fight each other. And that's pretty much it. But it takes and then he goes to Japan and gets a fake wife, but he really falls in love with her. But even though she's just a fake wife, she never wears pants. It's very weird. Even the whole last finale, she's just wearing a shirt and like a bikini bottom. I'm like, get this lady some pants. This is dangerous. So all that to say, it just doesn't have any of the things that I have really enjoyed in the previous ones. And it is boring as hell. It feels way longer than it is. Like On Her Majesty's Secret Service was way long. And this felt almost as long because nothing's happening a lot of time. It's literally going to business meetings. And the guy has that weird x-ray desk. That was hilarious. I gave it a 2. I didn't like it. I did not like this one.
You are not alone. I am here with you.
No Michael Jackson. No Michael Jackson right there.
I think I just throw it in there. Because, dude, I gave that thing a whopping 2 also. First of all, First of all, I laughed so hard in the beginning of the movie, okay? I was like, who hijacks in space? Like, it was a hijack
the other
in
one.
space.
What the
Mad
hell?
slow.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I already knew I was in for a treat. Once I saw hijacking happening in space, I said, okay, this is fucking dumb. So I was like, we're in it. So I'm watching. I was like, all right, it is what it is. They kill Bond. I said, wow, that's actually pretty clever, pretty cool. They faked his death. I said, all right, cool. No one's going to know he's dead. Okay. He breaks into the thing. The guy x-rays his thing and did not know that he had a Walter PP9. Bond's trade gun.
Yep.
Bond is flirting with the girl. The girl kisses him. And I'm like, oh my God, the charm is back.
Yep.
Literally. And then they turned them Japanese. For the whole movie, for 4 days, they had to train them for the culture because they're going to put him into working as a Japanese guy.
Yep.
They had to get him married. He had to train as a ninja for 4 days. And throughout the whole thing, he was not Japanese because he kept drinking martini, shaken, not stirred.
He drank warm sake one time on that train.
Yeah, he drank, yes, warm sake.
Yep.
2, his voice was still Scottish, so there was no way in hell he was talking in Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't even think he had like one line in Japanese because he said "Oriarigato."
He said,
and that's it.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
He's like, you don't sound Japanese, man. I know
Yeah.
your hair is Japanese.
Yeah, I was just like, wow. I gave it a 2 because of his haircut looking like a Vulcan. The lackluster in storyline. You had a great villain. They did not utilize Blofeld very well. No henchman. No Bond girl.
Oh.
No. And the theme song was nowhere in the movie to be found. So kind of whack. Oh, but at least M and him had some good moments. I thought it was cool.
A little bit. Right there in the beginning.
But M is aging out too. You can see that he's aging.
He looked tired.
So I give it a 2. All right, overall.
All right, overall. My favorite part of this movie, my absolute favorite part of this movie is when he's on the plane with that lady and he thinks that they're going, she's going to help him escape and she's going to jumps out the plane, but she traps him by just putting a little wooden board that somehow, okay, this plane is small and the walls of the plane are like this big, but yet this 3-foot board somehow fit in the side of this plane. And they trap him by essentially putting him under a table, a little table that he very easily escapes from. He goes and then he gets out and he goes to fly it.
Judo chopped it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Well, first he's putting like this and then, breaks the board. No, well, he got his arms. He had to get his arms out. So he very easily gets his arms out. Judo chops it in half and then flies the plane. That's my favorite scene of the whole movie. That's this movie in a nutshell for me. A very stupid way to try to trap somebody and he still escaped because this is Bond and he's going to escape and win. I gave it a 2. I like Dr. No better than this. And that one was confusing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Dr. No is way better. I gave it a 2 also. It's not memorable. Soundtrack stinks. I thought everything was just really wrong. And you can see Sean Connery, he just went for the paycheck on this one. And it's a shame because I thought it could have been better but you know what? At least we got a clunker.
Yeah.
And it came on the
due.
5th one.
He was due.
Yeah, he was due for a clunker.
Yeah.
But will he redeem himself in Diamonds or Forever? We're going to find out hopefully next week. But with that said, Nate, what is your total points?
Yeah, no Bond makes it out unscathed. No Bond makes it out. Lazenby's only in 1, so he didn't even make it out unscathed. Nope. 14 out of a 25 is my total. Disappointing. I mean, Thunderball I didn't love. But I thought, okay, maybe we'll go back up a little bit. Thunderball was better than this, even with the stupid underwater fights. So 14 for me.
Yeah, I gave it a 13 out of 25. Yeah. I wasn't feeling this one.
Yeah, that's not that good.
All right, Nate, what is coming up next week?
Oh, baby, here we go. All right, so we're beginning a new month. I love my new months. I get very excited when we get to the first show of a month because I know we're getting some totally new category. So we're done with spies. No more spies. They're done. Done. We're getting into some universal monsters in action form. So the first movie that we're going to be doing is a little film called Van Helsing. So that'll be our next episode. And then, of course, next week we're wrapping up Connery. So I get excited when we come to the end of a franchise because it means a new one's coming. We got one more. Diamonds Are Forever. So our next 2 episodes, Van Helsing for Monster Month, and then Diamonds Are Forever to wrap up Connery.
All right, guys, there you have it. You guys want to follow us on our social media accounts, please follow Nate over on Instagram at NateFlix Reviews. Check out the podcast with him and his friends called NateFlix Movie Reviews. Anything action movie, guys, now you can head over to our official website at www.geeksandflix.com, where everything is there for you guys for videos, whether it's unboxings, Nate's movie reviews of 2023, him going out to the theater reviews, his boutique label reviews. I'm going to put them there also. And of course, every episode of the Action Movie Guys podcast, every 260 episodes are up on the website. So yeah, again, www.geeksandflix.com, or follow us on Instagram at Action Movie Guys Podcast. Other than that, I'm your host, Alex Figueroa, and he is
Nate from NateFlix Reviews.
Be awesome to each other and geek out.